Another thing I didn't know was just how fashionable you were and are. You had some looks. I'm sure you didn't have a stylist.
I come from Boston, man. You have to know how to dress. If you don't know how to dress in Boston, you might as well not come outside.
Welcome, Bobby. It's your boy, Kwam. Thank you for joining my Xfinity Hangouts. How are you doing today, my guy?
I'm doing good.
Nice. I'm so excited to talk about your new series, your new reality series, Every Little Step. We're going to talk about this new biography. We're going to talk about some new music. We're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. So I'm like super excited. So let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
In your new biography, you were super open. You were super transparent. I think you were even surprised at yourself with how candid you were. Was it difficult at all to be as transparent as you were in the biography?
I think it was more so therapeutic for me to be able to relive and rehash some of the wars and some of the things that may not have benefit my life, and some of the things that benefited my life. To be able to go back and just clean out the cobwebs and get everything out on the table was very therapeutic for me.
Amazing. And obviously, I've known you from New Edition and your solo career, but I never knew like the true Bobby Brown. And this was like the super eye-opening for myself, and I think for my own generation when they get the chance to see it as well.
Yes, I hope so. I'm looking forward to people being able to relate to me in a positive way that gives them the whole full Bobby Brown experience.
Most definitely. And so in the docuseries, you mentioned that your debut album wasn't the smash hit that you really hoped for it to be. So what really inspired that change from your debut album to Don't Be Cruel?
I think it was the producers that we chose to work with, Teddy Riley and LA and Babyface. We decided to go that direction, and I think that was the move that made the difference in both albums.
Y'all were kind of on the frontier of this new genre, New Jack Swing. Did y'all know you were creating a whole new subgenre within R&B?
We knew we was doing something different because we was combining rap with R&B music. So that was different in itself. That's what I am as an artist. I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, I'm a producer. So they just allowed me to open up and do what I do best.
So as an artist that's always striving to be better, I'm sure there was a lot of nerves going into that next album, right?
Well, I wasn't nervous. I think I was more so excited that there was something new that we were doing, and I couldn't wait for people to hear it, especially my friends, New Edition. I couldn't wait for them to hear it. I wanted to brag as much as possible to them, but I just really waited for them to hear it for themselves.
So when you got that, reaction and everyone was just loving it, and they were like, heralding y'all just as like the new fresh face of R&B, what was that feeling like?
That was so incredible. There's no words that can really express how I felt, being accepted in the industry the way I was accepted with Don't Be Cruel. It was just something that was ready for the time, and the time was ready for it. And I'm just grateful that the people accepted it the way they did.
Oh, see, was that a bar? Was that a freestyle off the top of the head? I see what you did there. You can't take the lyrics out the lyricist. So while I was watching the biography, I could not stop thinking Bobby Brown kind of looks like Mike Tyson. and then I saw y'all like on stage together. I'm like, oh, that's his little brother. Has anyone ever told you that?
A lot of people have told me I look like Mike Tyson. A lot of people have told me I look like Cedric the Entertainer too. So.
See, I didn't even put those two and two together, but it was more so Mike Tyson because I come from like a boxing background, and I was like, oh my gosh, these guys could have been brothers. I'm sure you and Mike have like a ton of stories that y'all could like. You probably could create your own docuseries with the stories of you and Mike.
We could definitely create our own docuseries with things that we've been through in our lives. He's trained me. He's just been there for me as a friend. I've been there for him as a friend. And, you can't beat that. You can't beat having somebody so powerful, so smart in your corner.
Man, you're just bringing all the poetics today. You can't beat that in your corner. But so another thing I didn't know was how fashionable you were and are. You had some looks. I'm sure you didn't have a stylist.
No stylist. I come from Boston, man. You have to know how to dress. If you don't know how to dress in Boston, you might as well not come outside.
Oh, for real? I didn't know Boston moved like that.
Boston moves just like that.
I'm watching Winning Time right now. I see Boston as like this cold, snowy frontier. Now I didn't know y'all was like dripped out like that.
Oh no, you have to have your drip on.
Okay. So what
I see you drip in the background too. I see you.
Oh, the shoes. That's something late. I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to get a whole wall.
I feel you.
But no, what inspired your attire? What inspired your fashion?
My style comes from growing up around pimps and pushers and people of the street life. Also, I'm into fabrics and leathers and different types of styles of leathers and things like that. So I always made sure that I had something nice on.
Trust. You ever think about starting your own like fashion brand or anything like that?
I did at one point, but then everybody else beat me to it. So it's like no sense of, trying to make my own. I just keep building my own style and getting my clothes made instead of buying them out of stores.
Trust. I mean, it's never too late, especially right now. I think fashion's bigger than ever.
Yeah, it is. Yeezy is showing us all that.
Oh my gosh, man. Tell me about it. I've been trying to get my hand on the new boots.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to get my hand on a pair of those, man. I'm not trying to, I don't want to pay and resell. I'm like a retail kind of guy. If someone tells me the shoe is $300 and then they mark it up to like $1,000, I'm gonna feel like I just got played. So
yeah, I would feel like that too.
Like I'm not trying to get hustled. But you have a new album coming out. Are you still recording it or is it done? You're just waiting to release it?
It's still been recorded. I'm still working with, a few producers. I'm working with Teddy Riley. I'm working with Babyface. We're looking forward to dropping something really soon.
Nice. Is there a title yet that you can let us know?
There's no title yet.
Okay. Untitled. I like the name Untitled. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Ground, Untitled. So you've been touring again. How is it coming off the super successful Culture Tour with New Edition?
That tour was something else, man. Just the camaraderie with all of the guys, Jodeci, Charlie Wilson, Uncle Charlie, I should say, and New Edition. We just all went out there and just had a good time. And the people showed up. I mean, they showed up and showed out. From grandmothers to, toddlers were at the show. So we had a great time. We had generations of people. And it was just fun to be on.
Nice. And like, how was the chemistry, being back with the fellas and all that?
The chemistry with the guys is great these days. We're old men, so, there's nothing to fight about anymore. There's only things to laugh and joke about. So we've done a lot of laughing and joking on this tour.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I think, time really does that. It makes you reflect on the good and the bad and always like has like a positive light to it.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I'm always interested in a musician's creative process. So for you, how do you kind of get into the flow of creating?
I try to, just listen to the music that is given to me. If somebody does, a track, I listen to the music as much as possible. And lyrically, I just try to come up with something that fits what the music is doing, and give them a banger, man. It's about banging them out.
And so, obviously, you're a music legend in your own right. But did you listen to any current artists today for inspiration?
Sometimes I listen to the tracks of others, and I get inspired. But with working with who I work with, they try to keep my brain, as simple as possible. So they try to keep me to the music that I'm recording.
If you could work with anyone, past, future, and present, who would you want to work with?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder? Okay, I'm going to get Stevie on the line for you, and we're going to make that happen.
Let's make that happen.
But I'm interested in knowing anyone today. Is there anyone today you would want to work with?
Swiss Beats would be one. Timberland, he's pretty good. There's a lot of young producers out there that I would like to work with that, you know, if they got the time and they got the tracks, then, you know, I'm all for it.
Nice. And so you also have a new reality series coming out, Every Little Step. What are you most excited for fans to see?
I'm really excited for the fans to meet my family, my beautiful wife, Alicia, my kids, Cassius, Bodie, and Hendrix, and my oldest son, Landon, who is embarking on his solo career right now. He's a prolific writer and producer, and I'm just waiting. I'm looking forward to people seeing him and getting to know him a lot more.
Nice. So one thing that you spoke about in the new series that really, you know, stood out to me was the importance of therapy for you. How important is it for men, and specifically Black men, to go to therapy and get the help that they need?
I think it's essential. I think it's so needed in our community today. I don't know why, for the most part, it's been shined upon, you know, to get help for yourself. But self-help and self-care is two of the things that are definitely needed in our community.
I agree. My dad, he was big on, you know, self-help, getting the help you need, going to therapy. And I just want to say that he would love for me to be talking to you today. He was a big fan of New Edition. He passed, you know, like almost a decade ago. We're almost out of time, but I want to know, we're in NBA, you know, playoff season. Who was your pick?
The Celtics.
I don't know about that one. I might have to disagree with you.
The Celtics are taking the championship this year.
Hey, I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown, but y'all don't got nothing for that boy Embiid. You know, he's a different kind of cat.
Yeah, he's a different kind of character.
Bobby, that's all the time that we have for today. I want to thank you again for joining my Xfinity Hangouts, man. It's been awesome, bro.
Let's do this again sometime.
Oh, for sure. You know, when that album comes out, I'm expecting, you know, a little bit of credits in the end of it there. You know,
you got it.
The title.
You got it. Untitled.
All right, thank you, Bobby.
You got it, brother.
He's been called Bad Boy Bobby. Now a jury calls him guilty.
Best thing that came out of what your pot.
Greatest amongst his peers.
He was arrested for a fist fight at Walt Disney World.
He won a Grammy. Would you like to make a statement to the press?
The biggest misconception of me is that I really give a about what anybody feels.
Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live?
Bobby Brown is electric.
Fire. Phenomenal. Bobby Brown is phenomenal.
Bobby Brown is a cat with more than 9 lives.
The blackest Negro I know. Burnt toast.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
Bobby was just 14 years old when he went from the projects of Roxbury to superstardom. There was a solid year. He was all we talked about.
I really do wish people understood how important he is to music and our culture.
Bobby Brown is the linchpin that connects hip-hop with R&B.
The king of R&B.
Bobby Brown married the biggest pop star on the planet.
There was a lot of people who didn't like it. They thought Bobby was going to be the catalyst to her downfall.
Bobby and Whitney became tabloid fodder, became a joke.
They both lost their way with drugs.
There were a lot of tragedies that happened in his life.
Whitney Houston has died.
250 people attended Bobby Christina's funeral. 28-year-old Bobby Brown Jr. was found dead.
Bobby, we miss you.
It's beyond hard to imagine, you know, what he's been through.
Bobby Brown is resilient.
Good or bad, I give you raw and authentic me being me.
Make your own decision, make your own assumptions on who Bobby Brown is.